Hello and welcome back to the workshop. In this video I'm going to be making a sort of small carving knife out of these three materials. I've got a bit of old lawnmower blade. I've got a lovely bit of brass which will be used on the either end of the handle, and I've got this little bit of offcut here I'm going to use for the handle. You'll see how it all goes anyway, so please stay tuned and see how it all turns out. Yeah, thank you. Right, there we go. We've got it cut out. Let's use the metal cutting disc on the grinder. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to just clean up the shape again. So I've lost all my chalk, but that doesn't matter really. I can actually no, I haven't lost it all. It's still kind of there. But yeah, what I'll do, I'll hit it up on the bench grinder, and yeah, then I'll get back to you. Right, so as you can see, I've got it down to a more manageable shape. So what I'm going to do now is do some file work to it, just clean up the lines. Yeah, so I'm doing this one-handed. I'm having to hold the light so you guys can see. But basically what I'm doing, I'm just squaring off the shoulders here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a tiny radius in there with a round needle file, if I can find it. I don't know, round needle file. Just put a tiny radius in there, so there's no stress points built up. Yeah, I'll just get on with that. And then yeah, the shape will be practically done. Yep, okay. Alright, what I'm going to do, I've got the shape now, I'm quite happy with that. What I'm going to do now is go over and flatten out the whole thing, best I can, flatten it all out, knock off all the high spots, and then what I'll do, I'm going to then sand it, paying more attention to the front here and front there with a high grit belt. This is just to level it all off, to give it a distal taper, give it more of a taper down this way. Yeah, I won't give it much because I want this one to be a nice quick project. I'll give it a little bit of a taper. Right, so, oh gosh, I'm gonna sneeze. Right, so I've got it all done up, how I like it. So what I'm going to do now is just using a file, I'm going to attempt to put an edge on it, and maybe not this file, this file's a bit blunt. I'll dig out another file, but yeah. Yep, so I've got this one, it's a bit sharper, and yeah, so oh yeah, I forgot to say, I gave it a taper, and a little tip for you guys out there: use brand new sanding belts. It goes a lot quicker, and a lot less heat builds up in the blade. So yeah, let's put an edge on this. Yeah, well, you get the idea. I'll do this for a bit, then I'll do some draw filing. Right, so we've got it all sort of filed, the edge filed on. And what I did, sorry for my the way I sound, I've got a bit of a cold going on. But anyway, so yeah, what I did, I've sanded it all down by hand as well. Got rid of most of the scratch. There's a few scratches you can see in there from the heavier grit sanding paper, but I'm happy with that. Because I don't want to give this a mirror polish or anything. So what I'm going to do now is move on to heat treating. And yeah, what I'm going to do now is move on to heat treating, and what I'll do, I'm going to do a little test piece. There's the original piece that this is cut out from. What I'll do, I'm going to cut off, you can see that, I'm going to cut off a couple of strips off this, off the garbage end, so I'm not wasting a nice piece there. Yeah, cut off a couple of strips, maybe one there and one there, or maybe just one, and cut it down the middle. And then I'll quench one of the strips in water, and the other one I'll quench in oil, and do a brake test on them both. And yeah, we'll see what happens. So yeah, before we do the heat treating, because in my last video in my last video where I did any sort of heat treating, it failed because there's a bunch of different reasons why it failed, but I think I'm not sure why, but just to stay on the safe side, I'm going to do a little heat treat test on a couple of bits of this. So let me cut up a couple of small bits off this, and then I'll get back to you and we'll do a little heat treat on it. Right, we are ready to go. So what I'll do the water quench first, and right, so that one's done. We did it warp, it's good. That's good, that's good. And yep. Right, so now this one. I'm going to do this one in oil. Oh, I forgot to put something down. I need to put something down to stop it splattering, because it tends to splatter. Yeah, that's not a little bit right. Alright, let's just put these aside for now. Somehow sealed itself. Right, we'll do this again. I'll swap places. I don't want that far away from me. So we've got them both heat treated. I'm sorry about the product placement. They do not sponsor me. I would definitely accept a sponsorship from KFC, but Pepsi. Right, anyway, so yep, it's still a little bit warm. What I'm going to give us a bit of a clean, a proper clean, get all this grease off it. So I hate having greasy stuff around. I'll wash my hands and everything, and then we'll do a test. Right, so what we're going to do? We're going to start with the oil. I can't remember which side is which. What I'm doing a mini file test. What I should have done is marked which side. Digs in. That also digs in. Right, so it's not doing so well at the moment. So far this is not doing very well. The file wants to cut in. Right, let's do a file test on the water. Okay, this doesn't want to dig in as much. That's to be expected because we did quench in water. I think you can quite possibly hear the difference as well. I mean, it has to cut through the scale, but so far I can see the water's winning. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do is place it. I don't really get much difference from either end. So, let's do it again, so we can find out which end I've got quenched. I think this is the quenched end. So I'll just put it in the ice. And just whack it. Let's see when it breaks, basically. Right, so I'm going to call this the oil quench a failure. What I'll do, just to be sure, I'll just check the other end. Oh, maybe this was the quenched end. This end seems to be a lot tougher down here. This end obviously bending over. So what I'll do, I'll make sure I test both sides. But this does actually seem quite tough. Let me move this water and stuff before it tips over. Yeah, then I can get some decent wax. I'll hold this down a bit. I should really be wearing safety goggles for this, but I'll just put on my safety squints. Alright, so it's very tough material. As you saw, it's a very tough material, so at least I know with this material, it's lawnmower blade material, it toughens a lot with the oil quench. So what I'll do, I'll try the water quench now. I don't know which side's which. Let's try. You can see straight away it's a lot harder. And so yeah, I'll do the same what I did, put it down roughly about the same. I'm definitely going to put on my safety glasses for this. I mean, I should have said this before when we was doing all the oil quench and water quench and stuff. Right, so it's bending right there, not further down. So I'm guessing what I'll do, I'll just hit it further down. Sorry about that, this face shield's full of dust and I've just got a lungful. Bye! Yep, I don't think I'll be seeing that again, but I can safely say the water quench has won this one. So, let's have a look. I'll try and find the other piece in a sec. I don't know where it went to though, so I'm quite far away. But yeah, I'll give you a close up. But basically, it's a very fine, clean grain pattern in there. I'll give you a close up. I'll try and find the other piece. Right, okay. So I found the other piece. I'm not sure how well the camera's picking this up. I'll try and zoom in a bit more. Yep, that's as far as I'll zoom. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, basically it's a very clean, very fine grain pattern in there. It's if you can imagine, what's it called? Like wet and dry paper. Very, very fine. It's got a bit of a texture to it, but yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So I will be, and there's very, very little deflection, as you can see. You know, it didn't even bend where on the heat treated portion. It bent just after it was sort of heat treated, and then what it did, it just failed rather than bending before it cracked and failed. It literally, it's a tiny bit of deflection, but yeah. So yeah, I'm going to say water. Water is the one for this blade. As you saw, it's a bit tricky trying to heat this up. When I was heating that end was cooling. When I was heating that end was cooling. So what I need is something to contain all the heat in. So what I'm going to do, quickly make up a little heat treat oven. I've got some ceramic fire bricks kicking around somewhere, high temperature fire bricks. Okay, so I've got a little forge set up. I've got these ceramic fire bricks. They're the lightweight type. There's I did think about using these fire bricks, but there's all been too much heat. And so yeah, I've got this little set up. I've got the torch in the back here, ready to go. I think yeah, what I'm going to do, normally before I'll be doing it like this, forward, but what I'm going to do now is do it at the back and see how that goes. We just have to watch out, I don't set fire to myself, because there's going to be a lot of flame coming out. So yeah, let's see what happens. That's ready. Yeah, and that's it. What I'll do, just put that there, let that cool down because that's going to be hot. And it's still going to be hot. Yeah, no, I'm happy with that. It bowed a little bit from here, but this is the non-heat treated portion. I mean, the heat treat will go up to about there, but from, I don't know if you can see that, from about there it's bowed. Oh, these bits will be cold on the outside. See that? I mean, that's cold. That's really cold. That's probably like 10 degrees or something. Whereas the, let's see, I want to show you. Well, you can't really see them, but these are these bricks are from the storage heaters, and they just suck up the heat. You know, quite annoying. But, yeah. Yeah, this is going to take forever. So basically what I'm doing, I'm using these, I've got these cheapo, whatchamacallums, diamond files. This one's the coarse. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go with the coarse until I get it down to a decent sharpness, and then work my way through the grits. I'll get it all the way down, work my way through the grits, and then, yeah, just go from there. Let's make myself comfy. Oh yeah, I'm not going to show you all of this because, yeah. Yeah, I'll get back to you. Right, so I've got an edge on it. I mean, it's kind of sharp now. What I'll do is just polish up the edge with some wet and dry. I've got some new stuff around somewhere. I'll dig it out, but I'm just going to go over the edge just to get rid of all this scratchiness, and hit it up on the buffing wheel. So what I'll do, I'll get some of this water and basically just along the edge, just smooth it all out, even it all out. It went off centre, so you can see the centre line and the two lines either side. The first one went off centre, so I did the other one the same. So when I drill the holes, I mean, a lot of that's going to get ground off anyway. But it's better to try and get as best you can, but I need to put a new point on the end of this. I need to put a sharper point, I think. Not that much sharper, just a little bit more. I think you can actually buy these. I might just see if I can find another one on eBay. Yep. Right, so I'm going to drill these holes out. You've seen that already. I'm not going to bother go through the process of setting up the camera and the lighting just to drill these two holes. You saw me do it with that one there. So yeah, I'll get back to you. Then we can file it out and yeah, get this thing glued together. Hopefully I can get it glued together today. Right. Should really be wearing gloves for this. I hate this stuff getting all over my fingers. It's just horrible. Right. Goes in. Oh, that goes in there. Right. This goes in here. Get rid of these bits because of the peen bit. I have to use a socket here. I mean, I could have probably found something a bit better to use, but it's just a hand. Right, just clamp it up. And I guess give it its normal sort of half hour. Yeah, so I'm holding the knife blade in here, and it's got a bit of gap between this piece of brass here and the actual vise. So it's not clamping these together, it's clamping everything onto the blade. And I'll leave that. I'll leave this for about half hour or so. I'll put the heating on in here, and I'll come back after I made myself a cup of tea. Right, okay, so this is set now. I left it in overnight because it got quite late. I don't want to sort of carry on, and you know, that is rock solid. This wood seems really hard. It's very heavy wood. But anyway, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this outside now and peen this down, peen this over. I'll show you how to do that. Yeah, then we can get on to sanding the handle. Then it will be finished. All I have to do is put some oil on it, and then it'll be finished. So yeah, let's just peen this over now. We'll take us outside. Alright, so I've got it held in this vise really tight. I've put a lot of masking tape around the blade, by the way. So basically what I'm going to do now is just peen it over. I mean, you could use whichever end you want, but for accuracy now, I'll use this. And what will happen is it will spread out and mushroom out over and onto the... Actually, you know what? I need to take this off. Remove the masking tape. I'll put on there. I'll put that there to protect the brass. See how shiny that is. Let's hope this doesn't fall apart when I do it. I'll go back to it in a bit anyway, because it'll take a while. Right, I think I'll do it. Right, okay, so we got it down to its close to its final shape. What I will do now is just go over it with some sandpaper, just to smooth it down and to dress up the brass pieces. Because I don't know if the camera's picking it up very well, but it's quite, that sandpaper is quite coarse. It's that sanding belt was quite coarse. It was I'll zoom in a bit. Yeah, it's a 120 grit belt. So yeah, it's quite you can hear that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go over it and dress it all up with some fine sandpaper. Yeah, so yeah, let's take two. So basically what I've done, I'm doing a mix of tung oil and white spirit just to thin it, because I found this wood is very dense. It's very dense and heavy. So just for the first couple of layers, coats even, I thinned it down a bit just to help it sink in. And I'll probably do after a couple of coats of this. I might do a bit more sand into it just to close up the pores. But yeah. Oh, that's a lovely colour. See, I've mixed up way too much here. I may have to go dig out some wood handle tools and give them a coat, because I've got a lot here now. Yeah, that looks nice. That's a really nice pattern. Really happy with that. It's got some nice curls in there. Right, I'll leave that for a bit, let that soak in. I'll just clamp it in the vise upright. Yeah, and I'll get back to you. Alright guys, it is finished. I'm very happy with this. The way sorry, it's a bit dusty in there. The way the handles turned out is really nice. I love the colour, I love the pattern. It's insanely sharp. I've already cut myself. It's very sharp. We'll do the paper test now. Make sure. Yep. Yeah, it's taken a really nice edge. It's a bit tricky to get it to cut though because it's such a small blade. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, so it's turned out amazing. I'm so happy with it. You saw how it performs, how it cuts. The handles come out amazing. Yeah, it just looks good. The back is all nice and shiny. There's a few little dents on the plate, on the back one, where I missed a couple of times when I was peeling it. Yeah, I missed it a couple of times, but yeah, I'm very, very happy with that. Yep. So, if you enjoyed watching the process of me making this cool little carving knife, which I'm very impressed with, please thumbs up, and as always, thank you for watching. So yeah.